Steve Prince with Warrior Set Free. Apologize, didn't make a video yesterday for a couple different reasons. One, it was my anniversary, so I didn't do anything with this at night. And I was working with a vet yesterday in the morning who was dealing with some suicidal thoughts, and a lot of just perfect storm in his life, all kinds of things falling apart. So I was on the phone with him when I normally would have been making a video yesterday, but those are my excuses. You can accept them or deny them. Either is fine. But we're working on a fundraiser, golf outing, March 15th. If you're in Georgia, I think there's still room. You can give me a shout on that. But really the premise is to raise money to support this mission with Warrior Set Free. And we've discussed our mission brief. We guide veterans, warriors, military veterans, and first responders in building their faith, healing from the past, and winning life's battles. So wanted to touch on the building faith portion a little bit, which is really the focus of what we do. The other two things are a result of building faith. But two things that I mentioned to this guy yesterday that we were working with is John 10:10 is a verse. It's Jesus speaking, and he says, "The thief, Satan, comes to steal, kill, and destroy." And I'm sure most of you are aware that veteran suicide is a huge issue. 4 times as many veterans have killed themselves since 9/11 than have died in combat in Iraq and Afghanistan. So the spiritual fight is much more deadly than the physical fight. So that's our role, is to walk with these veterans, these warriors, and help them understand that you have a real enemy. And suicide, and I use this illustration a lot, is the demonic, which a lot of people don't acknowledge, telling you to kill yourself. So I always talk about the little angel, the little demon on your shoulder in both car commercials, cartoons. We've all seen that illustration. And it's really the little demon whispering in your ear saying, "You're worthless, you're terrible, nobody cares about you, why don't you just take yourself out?" And when someone commits suicide, that's really the lie that they've bought into, that they have no value, that they're worthless, and they might as well take themselves out. And I've had that affect my life personally. My father committed suicide when I was 5. So terrible tragedy whenever that happens, and we're fighting against it. We have a lot of veterans who say that they're alive because of this ministry. So that's the value, that's the goal, is to help warriors build their faith, and so they can win the spiritual fight. And it's an honor to be able to do this. If you want to be a part of it, we can show you how to volunteer. You can make a donation. And even thinking about the donations, I want to shout out to my buddy Chad. He made a donation and shared it, and there's been a lot of people with his same last name making donations. So I appreciate you, Chad. It's been fun to get to know Chad and walk with him. But it's really a brotherhood, a network, a sisterhood with our female veterans. But I wasn't taught how to do a lot of this as a kid. So when we walk with veterans, with warriors, we're helping them build their faith, and then they can win that spiritual fight. They can overcome the enemy that's trying to destroy them. So I'll post the donation link if you're interested in being a part of this. Check out our webpage, check out our YouTube. We have a lot going on, and we'll keep telling you more about it as we make these videos. Thanks.